Good here. I got some exciting news to share with everybody. Guess who came knocking today? Yeah, I'll give you two guesses. I've been talking about it for a year and a half, maybe longer, maybe going on 2 years. Check this out. Look at that. Bitcoin dominance, you know, came knocking today. Dropping down, alt season could be here. Get your ass in here, right? We've been waiting for this. Huge, massive drop in dominance. This is a great sign. We haven't had a candle this big in a week since way back over here, last alt season. Right back over here. It's a massive drop. I mean, you can compare it to anything. There's nothing down through here in the last what, going on 4 years, over 4 years, that we've had a candle that big, this big here on a weekly. That is a massive sign. Heading down towards this major support line right here. That's the one we want to see break, and that it's going to break, guys. It is here. All season's here. You know what tells me that most of all, when Bitcoin last night was getting rolling over, it's doing an ABC. All right, it's pretty obvious. It's heading down. Let's take a look real quick. Bitcoin's at 117.4 now. We come out here. It's going to daily. It hasn't quite made it up to where we were looking yet. Might have another push. The good thing is it's doing an ABC right here, so more than likely it does. But seen this last night, right? When Bitcoin was rolling over, getting its teeth kicked in pretty much, Uniswap did a massive breakout. All right, we've had stuff breaking out what Bitcoin was pulling back hard, right? That is a huge sign. Let me show you Uniswap real quick, right? This is on what, 4-hour candles, and this was just the one that I noticed. All right, I happened to look at my phone. Uni right here. Look at this. I mean, that thing just took off, right? Right when Bitcoin was getting crushed. Let's take a look. This was July 25th at 20.00. July 25th at 20.00. We get back to Bitcoin. July 25th at 20.00. July 25th. All right, at 20.00. The next candle after that is when it started its plummet, and Uni actually skyrocketed. That never happens unless something is happening, right? Bitcoin dominance rolling over. I'm telling you, it's starting. It is starting. This is an A, B up to the 618, C down to, what do we got? About 112, right around there, right around 112. Could pull it down probably a hair more, maybe just a teeny itsy bitsy more here. Yeah, around 100, about 112.7, right around there. Depending on what chart you're looking at, right? This is cracking. If you come over here to Bitstamp, let's do Binance. They're pretty more, pretty universal, right? Let's wipe that stuff. There's only a couple drawings on there. Let's take a measurement here. This gets me pumped, man. How long have we waited for this, right? This is where we get our huge moves, guys. This is where it happens. A, B, C down to about 112, 112.8. Right, 112.5 to 113, right? Somewhere right around there. Looks like an ABC down to that level. I'm gonna mark this off right here. Okay, and that's right around there is where Bitcoin should more than likely start its next run to the upside. We come in here on a 12-hour. Let's go on a daily. I'm trying to look for a wave count here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that fifth wave will probably take us up to, if it pulls down there, 129,763. And does that line up with anything? Well, let's take a look. 129,763. Let's clear a little bit of this mess off here. Sorry about that. Let's get that one off there. Alright, since we have a target for it, pull it down. 129. 129, 130, right around there. We come back here, previous high to the top. Oh boy, looking pretty close, right? How about it? Lines up perfect. Then you're gonna have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Might be it for Bitcoin. That could be all she wrote, right? Come out on a weekly. That's going to be on a weekly count. You know, you're gonna have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be the end of the fifth wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be it. Right around 130,000 bucks for Bitcoin. Does that mean the end of the market? No, absolutely not. What will happen? Bitcoin will push up towards that 130. Let's mark that. 129, 130. Let's say 130, right? Mark that off right there. Okay, you're gonna get your more than likely, you know, a lot of people out there might disagree with that, but we'll see what happens. I'm almost betting that's probably going to be it, right? You're going to have your top, possible top, A wave down, altcoins start running hard, right? A wave down, B wave back up, altcoins still running hard, and this will take a few months to finish up. I mean, probably going to see, you know, at least 3 months of an alt season, I would imagine. And this could end up being a massive ABC if it is the end of it, right? You got your weekly RSI, bearish divergence on it. Look at it's showing weakness a little bit there. You got your monthly. Monthly still heading to the upside, all right? So I mean, it could still go up. Don't, you know, I'm not making any predictions. I'm just saying I see 5 waves. I see 5 waves inside of this 5th wave, and looking like a possible end there for Bitcoin. Does that mean the end for the alts? Absolutely not, right? I mean, look at this. This thing has look at that dominance world. Look at the monthly. Look at that sharp turn down. That's what you want to see right there for the dominance, right? I mean, that is a massive turn to the downside. The weekly, beautiful, 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 beautiful. It's going to take a while, right? I mean, if you come out on a monthly chart, this alt season over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, took it about 6 months, you know? So we could have months of running and you know, have a target down here 27-28%. Will it hit it? We'll see, right? We'll see what happens here. Now that would let's see something here. I'll go off that, end up coming up. Yeah, we'll see what happens. This one here ended up dropping, you know, in 2021 roughly. Not going to get right to the point here, right to the technical standard there, but what do we have? Roughly 47%. All right, 47%. You know, you go to you know, 47% on this. It's at least going to bring us back down to this white line, this white support line over here. You know, so anywhere down in here. It has a ways to go, right? It has not even broken the main support line here yet, okay? Not at all, right? Now, if we take a look at the Caspa, well, let's look at the bubbles real quick, right? We got Bitcoin pulling back hard. Bitcoin is down, what, 2,000-3,000 bucks today. Pulling back, pulling down to the downside. What's going on with the rest of the market? Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. That ought to tell you something, right? Bitcoin pulls back. Anybody that knows anything about these crypto charts knows when Bitcoin pulls back, especially hard, these things are getting killed. I mean, they're just getting massacred, right? I mean, it happens every single time. You can't argue with that. I mean, that's a fact. I've been looking at these charts every single day for last 3 years, every day. As soon as I wake up, I open my laptop, and look at charts. Everybody knows. Look at this. I mean, pretty awesome, right? Last hour, get a little bit of a pullback with some stuff, right? And some other stuff is pulling back in here. Not everything is going to run at the same time. It don't work like that. Everything takes its shot. Layer 1s, layer 2s, gaming, DeFi, everything has its turn at the run. There's Uni, 16.2%. Yeah, see, right down here. Ethereum Classic waking up. You're going to see some of these coins that everybody thought was dead. There's Caspa up here, 2.3. So a lot of this stuff that everybody gave up on. Elgrand, there's another one that everybody gave up on. I've been telling people about that. I mean, man, when Elgrand was down at its bottom, I was just preaching to people. Take a shot on this thing. Everything bounces, especially when an alt season comes. And Algo absolutely got smashed. Look at this down here. Look at this thing. I told people way back here. Elgrand. If you could have got Elgrand back here for what, 8 cents, and it's had. And I know what happened to Elgrand. Don't get me wrong. It was up at $3. Okay, it's still gonna run. There's no question about it. I mean, this thing is just starting. What's this on a monthly? It's on a weekly chart here. All right, you take, and I'm not. I'm just saying. Don't. There's a break right there on. And it's starting to make a move here, right? I mean, it was down 8 cents. It's up to 30 now. It's almost a 4x from the bottom. It's and Algo, trust me, it's gonna make a run here. Anyway, let's go over here. We looked at that stuff. Let's look at Caspa. Take a look and see what's going on with it. And like I said, everything's gonna have its turn. You'll have different stuff running at different times, but altcoin season is here, and it is just the beginning phases. The beginning outlook here, market cap, Bitcoin dominance. That's something we should take a real quick look at too. Just to see real quick, right? Let's go back over here real fast, because I don't have a lot of time. Please hit that like and subscribe, guys. Come join the Discord and get in there. Man, we got people, Ollie, placing some great trades over there. A lot of people, man, putting a pile of trades in there today. It's $15. It's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. This is the time you want to be joining it, right? I mean, this is the time when stuff's going to be exploding. You want to know what to trade out there, right? So if you want to, we have 170 some members. If you'd like to give it a shot, try it out per month. If you don't make any money, then can it. What do you lose? $15, big deal. All right, here we go. Crypto total market cap set a new all-time high. There you go, broke through. Total 2. This is everything excluding Bitcoin. So this includes Ethereum. We have a push up here, looking great. Look at that monthly, beautiful. Total 3. This is the one. Right, here we go. Total 3. This is the this is all your altcoins except Bitcoin and ETH, the two of the biggest market cap, sponges. And here you go, man. Look at the monthly. Head straight to the upside. It's here. All right, Caspa. Let's get on this thing. What have we got with Caspa dominance? Nothing really. I don't hold much stock in this thing. Caspa versus Bitcoin. It's up 0.23%. Let's look at the Caspa chart because we've had a pullback. go in here. And we have this target up here on Caspa towards that 10 cents. You've got a pullback coming in here. That's a bearish divergence there too. This high, lower high. Alright, now, do we bounce off this support? You know, we broke through this level. We talked about this last video. Each time you break a level, you want to retest it as support. Break a level, retest it as support. Break a level, retest it as support. So far, Kaspa is coming right down there as we're doing the video. Let's go in on a 4 hour. How about a 1 hour? That'll give us a little bit. And personally, it looks to me like it's probably, it might push through it a little bit here. That's what it's looking like. So, do I have my support in the wrong spot? Let's see. Looking like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to about 9 cents. Let's move this line down once. And check something here on the daily. Yeah, I could have it in the wrong spot maybe. 12 hour. Yeah, I guess. Possibly, right? I mean, hey, everybody's wrong once in a while, right? But anyway, this thing should push down right around 9 cents, maybe a little bit above that, because when you do come out here on a daily, we do have a support there at about 0.090, right about that same area, and you got all kinds of daily closes right back through here, right about 9 cents. So I'll be looking for a bounce around that 9 cent area, and this thing should be heading back to the upside. All right, good way to tell. I always use these, you know, put a trend line on here. When the thing breaks, you know the bottom's in. Right, if this white line breaks, the bottom's in. All right, next target for this thing after this pulls down there, you should be heading up towards, and who knows, maybe Kaspa gets, big spike here, heading towards that 10 cents next. Right here on a 12. Where's that going to put us? Right up towards our target here. That's 618. Right up in that area. Now, as far as the RSIs go, you got the 12 pulling down. Your daily, let's take a look at the bigger ones. Daily, right at the very top. Probably might get this push up to that 10, and then a possible ABC here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could have fifth wave up here, but that daily is way overstretched here. You can see that. The weekly looks great, and your monthly, that monthly looks beautiful right down at the very bottom here. Now if we go on a weekly, get that push up towards 10 next, and then we'll see if we're heading up towards these higher levels. First, let's get this first push up, see what happens. But things are looking great, guys. We've been waiting for that dominance to roll over. Let's go. Let's get this party started. Let's break that major trend line and get this thing rolling. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.